Hello, and welcome to another video. Today, we will be sending off Secrets of Strixhaven by building one last sealed deck together, which means next week we'll be starting to take a look at the Marvel superhero set, so that should be fun. Though I don't know that I'm ready to say goodbye to Strixhaven just yet. I've still really been enjoying drafting this set. Sealed I haven't been doing quite as well in, but of course I am excited to give it a shot today and to see what we come up with. So I'm first going to start by opening up these packs all at once. Then I'll go through and sort everything by color. We will take a look at the rares. Then we'll look through everything else and start building from there. Let's get right into it. Whoops. There's the rare. Whoa. Alright, let's take a look at our rares. Okay. I guess I'm not super impressed by the red that we opened, so I'm not feeling particularly drawn in that direction. I do think that the green and the blue that we opened looked pretty good. Wisdom of Ages, of course, is going to be a huge commitment to blue, but this is definitely one of those cards that should lead to you winning the game, so we'll see how that pans out. Our only black pip here is on the Cauldron, and it definitely seems like a very Witherbloom card. Maybe we can try to go Sultai, but we'll have to see. And then I do really like both of these white cards over here. I suppose we'll have to see how well that could tie in with everything else. But let's take a look at each of the colors and to see if that changes our feelings about any of this. Looking at colorless, nothing too groundbreaking here, and no Quandrix land, which is a bit of a bummer, but maybe we can put these to use. Obviously, Lorehold is the most represented color pair here, and I really do like most of these. I also really like our Silver Quill cards. I mean, if I was judging just based on this, then I would almost certainly just be looking at Mardu. But Witherbloom is looking alright as well, so maybe we can hold out hope for Sultai. But let's look at each individual color. Nothing terribly exciting going on in white, it would seem. There is some nice synergy, I guess, going on with the Dust Speaker and the Owlin Historians, and the Stone Docents as well, but nothing really compelling here. Okay, so blue is quite a bit deeper. I could see maybe if we did go Quandrix, then blue might be the primary color even, though not that many creatures to lend. And I don't know if we would really want 3 landscape painters. But I think there's definitely a lot of good stuff that we could use in here. Okay. Black, I think, is safe to say we don't really need, outside of maybe some of those Witherbloom cards that we saw earlier. For red, I kind of feel similarly. Outside of some of those multicolored cards that are red, I think we could use some of these if we really wanted to go Mardu, but I'm not that drawn into red by what I'm seeing here. So let's take a look at the green and see if we can make some decisions. Okay, definitely some good stuff here. In particular, we've got a way to go get whatever land we need, and a great converge payoff. So maybe there's something we could do here. I think to start I'm going to take a look at Quandrix and then maybe see if there's another color or two that we can add to the mix. So that's 22 as is. But doesn't really leave us a lot of room for the snarl song. We could play the Great Hall of the Biblioplex to add mana of any color. I really wish we had a Potioner's Trove or something. Maybe we could try to get a prismatic ending in there. And I'm actually thinking that Wisdom of Ages might not be a very good fit here. As much as I would love another Snarl song, I really think this is more for those primarily Prismari decks where your deck is playing very few creatures and is mostly composed of instants and sorceries. So, while I do think this can be a game-winning card, I just don't think this is really the right place for it. I mean, we've hardly got any removal, honestly. I think we're really going to be relying on things like our counter spells and our creatures. What else? Maybe we could try and get the cauldron in here. I don't really know how effective that might be. Maybe some of these early creatures with ETB abilities would be good for both sacrificing and returning. Maybe that's a direction we could go. We've also got stuff like the colorless archaic if we wanted. We could go back to 3-color and just simplify it a bit. So, I guess this is maybe what our Quandrix deck might look like. I do quickly want to take a look at the Mardu one. Even though the individual colors didn't wow me, I think the multicolored ones all looked really strong. So I just want to lay that one out quickly and see what it might look like. Yeah, I don't know. Looks like this one can establish itself on the board very early, but doesn't have a ton of follow-up. It can go wide. It's got a little bit of flying, but I don't know. I kinda think the moment a dragon shows up, then we're done for. So, perhaps not very resilient. And, not a ton of our own disruption, really. So, I don't know what we could reasonably expect from this, but probably not very much. But anyway, I suppose I'll leave it here. Let me know what you think of both decks we built today. Do you prefer one over the other? Or is there something else you would have tried with the pool of cards we opened? Let's discuss down in the comments. And as always, please hit that like button, and please consider subscribing if you haven't already. I put out new Magic the Gathering ASMR videos every Monday and Friday. I truly appreciate all of your support, and I hope you have a wonderful day.